our first dialogue of the day, I would like to call Kaustubh Sonalkar, President HR SR Group, CEO SR Foundation, CEO ECS LLP. He will speak on the evolution of HR fraternity in the new norm.
Thank you so much, Vandana. It's a pleasure having to meet you all in this environment, and this is the new normal, I guess. And I was just listening to Anurag. He's actually taken away all my points, so I really don't know what more to add, but I will make an attempt. So good morning to everybody. It is great to be part of such a gathering of really young and dynamic HR people in this new normal, as you say. And while we are meeting virtually, it is going to be a case going forward. So when I look at the kind of awards and the kind of people that we are going to be celebrating this with, the 40 under 40 actually makes me feel really old. It makes me feel really old and wasted, because here is a team of people who are energetic, dynamic, wanting to do stuff, and have done some amazing work to having reached the stage where they are. But so be it. I actually am privileged to be part of this gathering, and thank you so much, Business World, for having me here. So these are unprecedented times. As HR, I think we are fortunate to be part of this human crisis. We have always been always a part of a financial crisis. But why I say fortunate, because this is the real time when HR had to actually come out of the shells and be and be really visible. It was always a function which was important, but always a function which always stayed around the periphery. This gave us an absolute time. This gave us an absolute opportunity to be at the forefront and show us what it was. It may not be the right period, but I think it was HR's time. As Winston Churchill rightly said, don't let a good of crisis go waste. And I believe that this was a good crisis from evolution of the HR fraternity perspective. While up till now, as I said, the financial crisis has taught us many, there is always a silver lining in any crisis which comes in. This was the time for HR to rise. It is sad, but HR would have definitely done without a crisis to take the center stage, as you say. Today we have taken center stage. Today we know what it is. And people have also realized that when the times get tough, the tough get going. The HR role has evolved over a period of time. When you look at HR over a period of time, it has really evolved from being a back office, payroll, policies, leave, personal management kind of stuff, to a tech savvy head HR who is a brand ambassador, a marketer, a super communicator, and a data analyst, a classic behavioral expert, and a shrewd negotiator. So HR has evolved over a period of time. The role moved away from transactions to transformational, delivering value, brand builder, motivator, collaborator, and a key business enabler. These are things which we have achieved over a period of time. And this transition has happened in the last decade or two. And that has been the evolution of HR till now. But whatever said and done, HR was never at the center stage of business decisions. Many may not agree, but we were always important, and people were always said to be core to any business. They are, and HR was always us getting that kind of little importance here and there, but never took center stage. These unprecedented times changed the whole game. People became job number one, not only for HR, but for every individual. But centrality of people in business was widely recognized. A serious move over manufacturing, customer, and even sales. HR were again treated to be much above this in these periods. People were the core of every discussion. And HR got its rightly deserved place at the proverbial center stage, proverbial table, which we say the real table of business decisions. In a recent survey conducted by SHRM, There are a few startling facts which came forward, which is a part. I'm now moving towards these times of crisis, these times of these times of the coronavirus, the COVID times, where 71% of the people actually struggled. Employees, 65% of the people found it difficult to keep the employee morale high. HR clearly had a work cut out. What happened was suddenly we were not used to working from home. We were not used to having people not sitting around us. We were never used to not having conversations which were outside. Yes, of course, we got used to the Zoom and the Blue Jeans and Google Meets and so on and so forth, but we used it as luxury. This became the new norm. HR clearly was not equipped. Not forget HR, but nobody was equipped for this new normal. But who was to take care of all this? It was HR. So HR's work was clearly defined. Stage one, keep your people safe and healthy. Extremely critical. Get them to feel that wherever HR people are, HR had this absolutely clearly cut out. They had to keep the people safe and healthy and connected. Stage two, move people to remote working. Again, very, very critical, not precedented. We don't know about it. We had nothing. We had to actually make sure that every household became a working place. And how do we do that? Bringing in technology, getting people to connect with it, educating them, understanding what their problems could be, making sure that they are widely connected. It was and making sure that they are productive from wherever they are. That became an absolute must, and the responsibility rested on HR to make sure that they do it. It was their problem to find out how to do it and which threads to pull to make sure that people remain connected and remain productive. Stage three, getting people back. That also is important, isn't it? When you look at, when you got your people home, you made them productive. Now, when you're moving back, we needed to get these people back to office and get them productive again. That was absolutely, critical. Again, providing them the environment in office, at home, which was safe, which they could be productive, and which they could believe that this was absolutely normal. There was one more key thing which came along with it. While doing all that, the HR always had to maintain company culture. The company culture was extremely critical for people to have. That you don't digress away. We don't actually change it. We actually make sure that our core values, everything stayed together. They are absolutely at we keep them at the core of our execution plans, and we maintain the company culture and employee productivity at its highest. Get people prepared for everything, getting them ready for everything, making sure that they also align and they are fully ready for the new normal. So we were basically, HR was definitely one key element of making sure that people are not only connected but also are well aligned and are equally engaged in the new process. Understanding their, getting people always said, what happens to performance management, the KPIs, how would you measure their engagement levels? How do you know? So trust became critical. Employee trust. It was extremely critical for HR to make sure that we made sure that people, all who are working, trust the environment, trust the management and the employer trust the employee, making sure that the productivity is always up and absolutely cutting edge. Not all were. There were problems. The problems were seemed simple but huge in this current scenario. getting connectivity in, making sure that the KPIs are done, making sure that that transactions happen well over a virtual environment, making sure that engagements are kept absolutely right, making sure that the business basically had to run as normal. There was no change. HR became a central aspect of the CEO's discussion. When you look at in that survey, there was a very interesting question which was asked to the CEOs. 43% of the CEOs said that the amount of time that they spent with their HR leaders in this pandemic, they would have never spent that in their entire career. It's a startling fact. 43% of CEOs actually admitted that while HR was extremely critical to the business processes, extremely critical and center to business, they had not spent the amount of time that they actually spent in these 6 months in their entire career. And an average CEO career would be about 25 to 30 years. Startling, isn't it? But we made a difference, and that's where HR became, I would say, HR and people. And because we are people managers, we became actually critical to this aspect. The business also has impacted. When you look at business, in a recent survey, 40% of CEOs have confirmed that there have been aspects of their business which have been shut. Big number. 83% have said that they have to adjust to their business practices. 31% have to lay off people. 38% have decreased work time and sent people on furloughs. So these are huge changes in an organization. These are policy changes which Anurag was talking about. There were a huge amount of there were disruptions which would have happened in organizations with people. 19% of the organizations reduced pay. There are positives as well. 14% of the organizations actually hired people. They went on a hiring spree. They actually built their blueprints. They wanted to. There are sectors which really were booming in these times as well. And 14% of the organizations actually hired more people in these times. 10% are considering hiring. So there is hope. There is this 40. So HR had to actually play a very important role. Is A, maintaining status quo. B, managing the crisis in terms of managing business criticalities. C, also managing what would have impacted and how we can actually make sure that the business stays as usual. And D, we actually looked at the growth and the future. So we were actually a part of the entire value chain of business creation. 32% are offering additional paid leave and 18% are planning to do that. So this is basically, when we look at the whole aspect, it is all about people adjustments, all about doing stuff which is completely, which are impacting people and more importantly, impacting business. All these have been huge decisions. All these has been not only an outcome, but definitely a huge process change. We were a part of that critical aspect change. Now, these are absolutely stunning facts. And when business had to go through these changes, there was a hand-holding aspect of human resources which played a very important role. These are also areas, if you look at, are the changing paradigms, the changing times, and the way HRs need to change over the next, in this new normal. The future is going to be far more critical and far more difficult, but is going to be absolutely easy if at all we manage and we continue to reimagine and evolve ourselves. The CHRO has had a much larger space in business decisions than ever before. It's never been that the CHRO was at the center stage. Today, the CHRO is critical. We need to maintain that. We need to make sure that we have earned our place there and we don't need a pandemic to actually get into that position. It is got to be, then it is the realization of business, it is the realization of people that today hr that HR can really impact not only the business but the huge country economy as well. There are several things which will change due to this crisis. Remote work will become widely acceptable. So we need to get used to and understand that this remote working is here to stay. How are we going to make sure that the productivity remains the way it is when we are off this, when we get back to work? How is it that we can maintain the work from home, and how can we get our people to be productive even there? Then that's important. So HR needs to make sure that this remote working is the new normal. Make sure that we are ready for it. Finding talent will become easier as new hires are available globally via remote work. It is also definitely there is a absolutely new talent which will get opened up in this world, with educated people sitting at home now being available on contractual working, which will again be a new evolution, which will also be people who do part-time work will be available. There is talent sitting at home which is here to tap. HR needs to manage that. That's the new change. That's the whole evolution of talent management and talent engagement at that level. How are we going to make sure that we hire the right talent? Acquisition is no longer going to be physical talent acquisition, as not only as a process but also as talent scouting. We now go away into and look at people who are sitting at home. Contractual engagements which are part-time and which are time-based would become the new normal. We need to be ready for that. Virtual learning will expand dramatically. The virtual learning is absolutely going to change the whole piece. Today we have seen that virtual learning has had such a huge impact in these times. We have kept our people engaged. We have make sure that our people are productive. We made sure that learning doesn't stop. Virtual learning will be the new normal. We will have to we've seen kids not going to school but learning from here. Similarly, organizations and executive development, executive learning is moving virtual, and that's here to stay. Virtual reality will advance and will work more collaboratively. That is important. Managing virtual reality in these times, we are today meeting virtually. So virtual reality is an absolute here to stay, and we need to be ready for these new normals. Telemedicine will increase. When we look at the entire pandemic, and we look at and when we look at what we have achieved here, keeping our employees safe, keeping our employees healthy is an absolute is paramount. How have we done that? How have we managed to actually the telemedicine industry is such that we had to make sure that your employees have and are in the best of mental health. Creating mental health awareness, making sure that our people are in the right frame of mind always is absolutely crucial. Doing all this, not losing focus on empathy, I think is critical. Employers will become fiscally conservative. We need to understand that. Generally, employers are going to be fiscally very conservative. Travel schedules, travel plans, training budgets, your entire work, engagement budgets. They are going to be looking at those absolutely minutely now. Going forward, it's no longer going to be the budgets are no longer going to be same as they were earlier. We will have to play and work around those shoestrings budgets. HR today needs to pat their back definitely for what they have done. in these times of crisis, but also need to get ready, to be willing and to be skilled enough to face this new normal. I don't think it's going to be difficult. I think we have made the maximum transition. The adaptability has been superb. We have adopted to newer ways of life better than most. I think it's kudos to the HR fraternity for what we have achieved in these times. Now that they have the confidence, now that we actually as HR people have the confidence and we have rightfully earned our place at the center of business decision, we need to maintain that. Extremely critical. Getting there is half achieved. Staying there is what is extremely critical for us. Technology is going to play a huge role. Get ready and be ready to achieve, to get ready and be and skill yourself to this new normal. Empathy, quality of interactions, irrespective of mode of communication. I think it's extremely critical. Let's get the quality of interactions similar, irrespective of where we are. We connect virtually or physically, the interactions should remain as normal and as productive as possible. These are few very, very critical and important points which I believe are going to make our transition extremely important. I would urge HR people to not only, one, as I said, pat your backs, but get ready. The new normal is here to stay, and the new normal is something that we always dreamt of. The whole aspect of getting into the center stage, we are here. And this is here to stay. We are here to actually make sure that we would adapt ourselves going forward and make sure that we adapt to this new ways of life, new ways of business, and we have to be the front runners in this. So I end my address with a quote: "The future is not something that unfolds while you watch from behind your desk. It's something you have to create. A task is only as impossible as you think it is. Disruption comes with a cost. You have to pay with your comfort." HR has definitely done that, and I believe that we and you and I that we are here to actually make sure that this is the resurrection of HR, and we are here to actually build the future. Thank you so much, and congratulations to all the people who have won these awards. Thank you so much.